guys. We are back. I haven't recorded in a hot minute. But let's get into it. We're watching 10 most dangerous YouTube challenges. I do not recommend doing any of these. Oh, I muted it.
Could kill you. 10 neck nominations. Binge drinking and social media. Put them together and you get neck nominations. The idea is that you film yourself necking an alcoholic beverage of your choice and then nominate friends to do the same, and so the cycle continues. It may not come as a surprise that some use this as an opportunity to show off. 20-year-old Bradley Eames, a young British...
How is that a challenge? I know people that do this. Like, I know people that do this. They just drink and record themselves and post it on social media.
British rugby player made himself a strong cup of tea, except instead of adding hot water to his tea bags, he added a litre of gin and downed it. Bradley...
A liter is wild. How big was that cup of tea? How big was that cup of tea? Oh my God.
He immediately felt ill and died 4 days later. There have been at least 4 other deaths caused by this challenge, mostly by drinking around a litre of 40% spirits in under 2 minutes.
That's crazy bonkers. 40% spirits in under 2 minutes.
9. Cinnamon challenge. You know this one. Grab a spoonful of cinnamon powder, press record, and try to eat it. Of course, you can't, and the...
Nah. That cinnamon challenge, let me tell you guys something. I did that cinnamon challenge. I did that, and I could not swallow it. I was like, dang, how old was I? Like 12, 14. I was young. I felt cocky too. I said I could just down this. You know those big spoons that are like this big? I just dipped it in there and worst mistake of my life. Never doing that again. Let's get back to the video. That was my tragic situation about that challenge.
Results are entertaining in a Schadenfreude sort of way. A real highlight is Glozell's challenge from over 5 years ago now. Kentucky mother Brianna Rader was heartbroken after her 4-year-old son mimicked the challenge. While trying to ingest the powder, the boy inhaled so much of the spice that he could no longer breathe. The choking racked his...
Bro. She let her 4-year-old kid do this? She let her 4-year-old kid do this challenge. The choking racked his body and he collapsed. And he couldn't breathe. She needs to get fined or something.
His body and he collapsed. Rader rushed her son to hospital, but he was pronounced dead shortly after. The cinnamon powder got inside his lungs and caused asphyxiation. 8. Pass Out Challenge. It gets loads of names. The choking game, the pass out challenge, the good kids high, the knockout challenge, but
the choking game. If somebody ever asked me, hey, you want to play the choking game? Nah, I'm good. I'm straight.
They all involve the same thing, holding your breath for as long as you can before you pass out. This game is way older than YouTube, but the site became the perfect place for people to demonstrate their poor lung capacity and poor life choices, with hundreds of thousands.
I feel like I could hold my breath for at least 40 seconds. I can't. I feel like I could do it for at least 40 seconds. But I wouldn't kill myself trying to do it. These people are collapsing.
Thousands of videos uploaded. Estimates of the number of deaths vary, but some put it close to 700 fatalities over the past 10 years. There is a very real risk of suffocating during the game. There's also the part after you pass out to watch out for. David Nuno, a 15-year-old, was watching pass-out videos on YouTube before he decided to attempt it with his friends. But he lost consciousness while standing up and fell forwards, smashing an empty glass. A shard went straight through his jugular and he bled to death. 7. Banana Peel Challenge. In order to answer the question, are banana peels really as slippery as they appear in cartoons, young people set to work filming themselves stepping on bananas to prove that the answer is obviously yes. The challenge went viral in early 2016, with countless teenagers slipping on camera. While no one has died yet on camera, accidental injury and death by banana goes back a long way. The City Council of Washington, D.C. addressed the concerning issue in 1863, and in 1927, a death certificate shows a man.
So these people, all the way back in 1863, were trying to slip on bananas. 1863. They were trying to slip on bananas back then. I find that wild. That's the White House.
And died after tripping on a banana skin. In 2013, a New Yorker had a near escape after slipping on a banana peel and falling onto the subway tracks. So it seems it's only a matter of time before someone isn't so lucky when confronted with the humble but deadly banana. 6. Chubby Bunny. Shove as many marshmallows in your mouth as you can and say the words Chubby Bunny. You're meant to look like a plump rabbit, but really you just look like a fool with a mouthful of candy. Apparently this game can be traced back as far as a Snoopy comic strip from 1959, so we have him to thank for a spate of videos uploaded to YouTube since its inception in 2005. At least 2 people have choked to death playing this game. One was a 12-year-old Illinois girl whose parents successfully sued her school for $2 million in 2005. The second, more surprisingly, was a 32-year-old Canadian woman who was taking part in the Chubby Bunny contest at the Western Fair held annually in London, Ontario. She collapsed shortly after the event and the contest was cancelled. 5. Cold Water Challenge. This originated from early 2014 when people were nominated to jump into a body of freezing water in the wintertime or be compelled to donate to charity. In May 2014, Minnesota briefed...
Oh yeah, they still do that. I don't know what it's called. It's ice baths or something. I see these dudes on TikTok that they just do it to relax their body or something. I don't really know why they do it, but can y'all even still hear me? Yeah, you can. Yeah, or the cold showers, but in winter, jumping in a body of water, like a lake. You'll never catch me jumping in a body of water like that. Never in a million years I'm doing that. Nada. I don't care how much you're paying. Let me take that back. Let me take that back. I'd do it. I'd jump in a body of water for like $50. I mean, who wouldn't though? I mean, jump in a lake in winter for $50. That's light work.
ABC News that the death of a teenage boy named Davis Colley was linked to the challenge. According to Davis's friends, he had decided to do the cold water challenge by jumping in the freezing Eagle Lake, but he never emerged from the water. The sheriff...
Oh, y'all can't even see it. Y'all cannot even see it. All they did was show a picture of him.
Deputies recovered the body late into the night. 4. Pickled Egg Challenge. If you think marshmallows taste too good, then you'll want to swap them for some egg challenge. If you think marshmallows taste too good, then you'll want to swap them for some tangy pickled eggs in this challenge. A particular version popularized online invites people to try and eat 3 in under a minute, which is a deceptively low number. This peculiar challenge has claimed 1 life for each pickled egg attempted. Gary Sims, a former Royal...
What? 3 pickled eggs? What was it? In under 12 minutes?
3 in under a minute, which...
Oh, 3 in under a minute.
Which is a deceptively low number. This...
3 in under a minute. I feel like I could do that too. I feel like I could eat 3 pickled eggs in under a minute. Now I'm gonna go buy some and actually do the challenge. I'll record it.
Peculiar challenge has claimed 1 life for each pickled egg attempted. Gary Sims, a former Royal Marine, was the first to go after accepting the challenge at a pub and choking. He was followed by teenager Anna Sexton in June 2015, and most recently in January 2017, senior citizen David Mitchell kicked the eggy bucket after accepting the even more risky challenge of a fourth egg within a minute. 3. Duct tape challenge. Wrap your mate up in reams and reams of industrial strength duct tape and sit back and laugh as they struggle to free themselves from their sticky bind. People generally opt for a comfortable chair to sit in as they are bound up for the challenge, but one 14-year-old opted to remain standing as his friend.
No, because I've seen something like this. Kai Cenat did this to somebody, but he taped him to the wall. Then he was just smacking him with baby powder. I've seen something like that. But you'll never catch me getting taped to anything. I'm just saying that right now. Nada.
Friends ran rings around him with tape. Skylar Fish set to work struggling to get out of the tape as his friend stood back to watch. However, with his legs taped together, he quickly lost his balance and fell face forward. His head struck the corner of the window and then slammed into the concrete floor. Skylar went into a seizure and began coughing up blood. His eye socket and cheekbone had shattered, causing an aneurysm. Luckily for Skylar, his friend flipped him over, saving his life at the last second. While this one was a pretty close call, it definitely goes to show that there is a very real possibility of ending up 6 feet under. 2. Hot chili challenge. There are no particular rules to this one. All we want to see is someone eat a painfully spicy chili pepper or some hot sauce and enjoy the results. The higher...
Nah, because I ate, thank you. I ate, if you guys watched my video beforehand, I think it was 3 videos back. I drank one of the hottest, what am I talking about? One of the hottest hot sauces. I feel like I could eat these peppers. And I did the 1 chip challenge. I think I could do this challenge. I could just be talking because I just paused there after he said hot chili peppers, but I could do it.
The number of Scoville units, the louder the laughs. From the sheer number of chili challenges on YouTube, you might expect that, although painful, swallowing a California Reaper whole will do no lasting damage. But beyond the stories of hallucinations and faintings, there are real fatalities. For example, in 2008,
I lied, I'm never doing this. If you hallucinate from eating a hot pepper, that's not a hot pepper. That is... that's the devil himself in those peppers.
2 friends made a bet on who could make the hottest chili sauce. Andrew Lee, aged 33, decided to employ a secret weapon, his own homegrown chili pepper plant. He mixed his superheated sauce with a jar of Dolmio and ate a plateful of just that. He felt a weird itching sensation and began scratching all over. This continued into the night and he was discovered dead in the morning, having had a heart attack. A post-mortem showed no pre-existing conditions. 1. ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. By summer 2014, the Cold Water Challenge had morphed into the tamer ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, making it more palatable for children and celebrities alike. The viral sensation raised millions for charity and saw a bucket of icy water tipped over the heads of the great and the good. We all know that the best ice bucket challenges were the ones that went big, so a marching band made up of Kentucky students employed the help of the fire department to give them a real good soaking. After dousing the kids from the top of the fire truck's ladder, the firefighters began to move down, but were electrocuted by power lines. 2 were airlifted to hospital to treat the 69,000-volt shock, but a month later, 41-year-old Tolly Gridder died. There you go, maybe think twice.
Alright guys. Well, that's that. Shout out to, what was their YouTube channel again? Shout out to All Time Tens for this amazing video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe because all we do is drop bangers around here.